She may not be a criminal mastermind, an ace-D agent, or a ruthless killer, probably, but Carol Burnett's Marion triggering Gene's Better Call Saul downfall is a storytelling chef's kiss. Played by Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad's Jimmy McGill is one of life's true cockroaches. Despite a lifetime of flagrant law-breaking and association with violent criminals, Jimmy invariably comes up smelling of roses every single time, a trait his brother Chuck absolutely despised. After Breaking Bad, the mighty D can't even figure out whether Saul Goodman is alive, let alone where he's hiding. It's another unlikely escape for Slip-Bin Jimmy. But then along comes Marion. The old folks just love Jimmy McGill, and he exploits this natural charm to reach Jeff through his mother. As Gene and Jeff become embroiled in increasingly bold crimes, Marion becomes increasingly suspicious, and one small telephone slip from the ex-lawyer sows enough doubt for Marion to fire up Ask Jeeves and discover her new friend is actually a wanted criminal. Better Call Saul Season 6's waterworks ends with Marion using her personal panic button to alert the authorities of Saul Goodman's location. The game is finally up. That a sweet old lady like Marion would ultimately prove the architect of Jimmy McGill's demise is a beautifully poetic and beautifully ironic twist in Better Call Saul's tale. Back in Better Call Saul Seasons 1 and 2, Jimmy found his legal niche practicing elder law for senior citizens looking to organize their affairs. His easy rapport with clientele of a certain age meant Jimmy was trusted by old-timers, and he returned that trust with an honest, legitimate service. Jimmy McGill's elder law stint was the pinnacle of his career, untarnished by criminality. He grew especially close to a client called Irene Landry, a forthright, sweet, intelligent lady who found a genuine friend in her lawyer. Jimmy held Irene in such high regard, even when he did scam her, he unscammed her shortly after. Marion is cut from the same cloth as Irene and Jimmy's other elder law clients, innocent, strong-minded, and most important of all, trusting. When an upset Marion stutters, "I trusted you." After Gene reveals his true colors, the words genuinely affect him because of that elder law history, giving Marion an opportunity to call the cops. How Better Call Saul's Marion mirrors Walt Jr. In Breaking Bad, Marion may not share any obvious similarities with Walter White's breakfast-munching son, but both play very similar roles in their respective stories. In Breaking Bad Season 5's unreasonably good Ozymandias episode, the D is onto Walter White, and with Hank Schrader dead, running is the only option. Walt desperately tries to gather his family, but is stunned by Walt Jr., who defends his mother and calls the police, while cowering in fear. Seeing his family so afraid, even baby Holly is crying in the background, Walt finally seems to realize the monster has become, fleeing from the house, breaking up the White family for good, and effectively ending his time as a free man. Walt Jr. calling the police was so significant because, until that day, his son had no knowledge of his father's activities as Heisenberg. Walt's children were the only pure things left in his life, and once Walt Jr., Flynn, turned against him, the blue sky kingpin recognized he had fallen too low. Eerily, Better Call Saul Season 6's waterworks follows a similar formula. Marion learns the truth about Gene, becoming fearful of her friend just as Walt Jr. did his dad. As Marion backs away with fright plastered across her face, Jimmy McGill finally sees himself as the monster before fleeing the scene, echoing Walter White's reaction from Ozymandias. Walt's child calling the cops represented the very last shred of his innocence dying, exactly like how Jimmy McGill's downfall coming courtesy of an old lady he befriended means even his innocent days in elder law are no longer unblemished. Better Call Saul concludes Monday on AMC.